Hi everyone, welcome to iQuanta. I am Yogesh and I am back with a series of 100 most important questions. In the last video, I gave you a glimpse of what the series is going to be like, how we will be solving questions here. That day we solved just 6 questions. I gave you a glimpse of it. In today's class, we'll be solving more questions. Okay, as I said, in this series, we solve random questions from random topics. Just the way they give you in the exam, because in the exam you don't get the questions of the same topic in a row. So here also we'll be solving questions in a random way. If you have not seen the previous video, go back, check it out and then come to this. And also I said that I'll not be limiting this series to just 100 questions. Okay, I'll be taking it beyond 100. I will try to take it around 250 most important questions. Okay, so that good number of questions from all the concepts are covered. If you have not checked the previous video, go check it out and try to do this from the very beginning. Okay, and to never miss a video, do subscribe to the channel so that whenever we put any update around IPMAT, whenever we come up with a particular video that can help you a lot, you will get the notifications. Okay, so let's go ahead. So this is the question that I gave you for homework. If 1 plus x square plus x cube equal to 0, what is the value of 1 plus x square up till x to the power 2008? I also gave you a hint related with x to the power 4 minus 1. Yes or no? This looks familiar. 1 plus x square plus x cube equal to 0. So you all know that suppose I have something of the form x square minus 1. How is it written? X plus 1 into x minus 1. Isn't it? X minus 1 is there. If I write x cube minus 1, that can be written as x minus 1 into 1 plus x square. In the same way, x to the power 4 minus 1 can be written as x minus 1 into 1 plus x square plus x cube. So if I generalize this, whenever you are getting any expression which is in the form of x to the power n minus 1, it will always be written as x minus 1 into, we are starting with power 4 here, and the highest power that we are getting in the second bracket is x cube. So if the highest power is n here, it will be x to the power n minus 1 here. Okay, x to the power n minus 1, x to the power n minus 2, and so on, we remain with x to the power 0, which is 1. Okay, this is how you have to break down the expressions. So here can I say that if this is given to me 1 plus x square plus x cube equal to 0, can I multiply and divide with x minus 1 to turn it into x to the power 4 minus 1? So if I multiply and divide this with x minus 1, what do I get? These two brackets will multiply above x minus 1 and then x cube plus x square plus x plus 1, which will give me x to the power 4 minus 1. So x to the power 4 minus 1 upon this will become x minus 1, that is equal to 0. Yes or no? So x can never be 1. X can never be 1. Okay. If a fraction is 0, it is only possible when the numerator is 0. So numerator is x to the power 4 minus 1 should be 0, or can I say that x to the power 4 should be equal to 1? This is my result by doing all this. Now I have to use it and I have to put it here in this expression, because this is 1 plus x square plus x cube and going till x to the power 2008. How do I use it? See, if I use this much, 1 plus x square plus x cube, the first 4 terms, they will become 0. So 1 plus x square plus x cube, 1 plus x square plus x cube. This is going to become 0, isn't it? What do I have next? I have x to the power 4, then x to the power 5, x to the power 6 plus x to the power 7, and so on. Yes or no? Can I write x to the power 4 as 1? Yes, from this result. Can I write x to the power 5 as x into x to the power 4, and x to the power 4 is 1, so 1 into x is x. So x to the power 5 ultimately becomes x. In the similar way, x to the power 6 can be written as x to the power 4 into x square. X to the power 4 is 1, so we will get x square here. And x to the power 7 can be broken as x square, x to the power 7 can be broken as x square into x to the power 5. Yes or no? Or we can break it as x to the power 4 into x to the power 3. Yes or no? So x to the power 4 becomes 1, we will get x cube here. What do we see here? The first 4 terms of the series that I had gave me a 0. The next 4 terms of the series, that means x to the power 4 plus x to the power 5 plus x to the power 6 plus x to the power 7, we transformed it like this, and this also is nothing but a 0. These two are 0 because this is the given result. Okay. So what do I see from here? I have reached till x to the power 7. Now if I start with x to the power 8 plus x to the power 9 plus x to the power 10 plus x to the power 11, x to the power 8 can be written as x to the power 4 का square, x to the power 4 is 1, 1 का square is 1. x की power 9 can be written as x की power 8 into x, that means x की power 8 becomes 1 and that gives me x. So, x की power 9 can be written as x की power 10 can be written as x की power 8 into x square, x की power 8 becomes 1, I get x square, and again x की power 11 can be written as x की power 8 into x cube, x की power 8 is 1, so I will get x cube. So, every successive I would say 4 terms, group of 4 terms is giving me a 0 every time, yes or no? I have to start from 1. 1 can be called x की power 0, this is x की power 1, and I have to keep going till x की power 2008. So, how many terms do I have in this entire series? I am starting with a 0 going till 2008. So, there are 2009 terms here, yes or no? 2009 terms. Every group of 4 terms starting with the first one is giving me 0. These 4 are making a 0, next 4 will make a 0. Every group of 4 will make a 0 starting from the first term. So, what am I left with? I see that there are 2009 terms in total, yes or no? There are total of 2009 terms in total because we are starting with x की power 0, we are ending with 2008. So, there are 2009 terms here in this entire series. Every group of 4 starting from the first term is giving me a 0. So, that means first 4, next 4, next 4, next 4 until the sum becomes what? 2009. These group of 4 are going to give me a 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, yes or no? Everything is becoming 0. So, if I divide 2009 with 4, I will exactly know how many such pair of 4 terms are here, yes or no? So, if you divide 2009 by 4, what do you get? You get 502 into 4 plus 1, yes or no? There will be 502 groups of 4 terms, all of them having value 0. Just one more term will remain, and that term will be nothing but the last term, x की power 2008. So, what do you ultimately get? Everything else becomes a 0 except x की power 2008. What is x की power 2008? X की power 2008 can be written as x की power 4 and then 502 here. X की power 4 is 1, 1 की power 502, ultimately we get 1 as our answer. This is the entire explanation. Many of you did it already, I saw in the comments. Very good. Okay. I hope this is clear. You know how to break down things now. So, someday suppose you get a question where 1 plus x square plus x cube plus x की power 4 is equal to given 0, right. So, then in that case you have to break it as x की power 5 minus 1 and then you can do your thing. Okay. I hope that is clear. Next question. Please calculate in how many ways can a set of 5 players be formed out of a total of 10 players such that 2 particular players should be involved in each set. So, we have a total of 10 players out of which we have to choose how many? 5 players, okay, such that 2 particular players should always be involved. You have 10 players, out of these you have to choose 5, okay. In these 5, 2 should always be there, okay. So, those 2 are basically coming out of these 10. So, that means 2 spaces are already blocked. These 2 players are already chosen. Got it? There is only one way to choose them because they have to be there. I mean, they will be there. Okay? Now, you have to involve another 3 and you don't know about these 3. These 3 can be any 3 players. But out of how many players can you select them? You cannot select them again because these 2 have been selected already. So, then how many players do you remain with here now after selecting those 2? 8. And how many do you need here to make a team of 5? You need 3. So, that means out of 8, if you have to select 3, number of ways is 8C3. 8C3 will be your answer. You can calculate the value of 8C3, whatever comes, that's your answer. Okay, 8C3 is basically what? NCR. I hope you all know the formula of NCR. N factorial upon R factorial into N minus R factorial, right? So, 8 factorial, that means 876 into 5 factorial upon 8 minus 3, that means 5 factorial into 3 factorial. So, 5 factorial is gone, 3 factorial is basically 6, 6 gone, 8 7 56, that is your answer. I hope this question is clear, it is an easy one, okay. Sometimes no brainers also come in IPMAT, okay. I hope this is clear. Those who have not done PNC, I will include a lot of PNC questions here, okay. So, you can revise that way, fine. The sum of the infinite series, you must have seen such questions earlier as well, they come in IPMAT. okay, and you would have solved them while doing sequence and series. The sum of the infinite series 5 by 13 plus 55 by 13 square plus 555 by 13 cube is, okay. There is one way to do these, you all would have gone through that way. Initially we assumed that, okay, let S be the sum of all the given terms. So, I have been given 5 by 13 plus 55 by 13 square, then 555 by 13 cube, and so on, so on, so on. What do you see here? There is no connection between these 5's, okay. I mean, this is a multiple 5, this is a multiple of 5, multiple of 5 in the numerator. But in the denominator, what is the ratio that you see? What is being multiplied? Obviously, it is a GP, isn't it? Some kind of GP. There is 13, 13 square, 13 cube. You can see that GP thing over here, the common ratio. You know that whenever you have such series, you have to find out the ratio. What is the ratio? 1 by 13. Every next term is being multiplied with 1 by 13. 5 by 13 is multiplied with 1 by 13 to become 13 square here. Then 1 by 13, 13 cube. Then 1 by 13 will be multiplied 13 cube power 4. So, we again multiply our sum also with that particular common ratio, which is 1 by 13 here. 1 by 13, you can see 1 by 13 of, I mean the multiplication of 1 by 13 in each successive term, right. So, if I multiply this entire S, I assume that my sum is S. I assume that the sum of my entire series that is given to me is S. If I multiplied S with R, I get this. So, if I multiply by 1 by 13 on the left hand side, I have to multiply there as well, so that there is no change. So, 1 by 13. If I multiply here, what does it become? If you multiply 5 by 13 by 1 by 13, it becomes 5 by 13 square. Yes or no? Then 55 by 13 cube. Then 555 by 13 to the power 4. Yes or no? From S, you will subtract S by 13. So, on the left hand side, S minus S by 13 will give us what? 12 by 13 S. Yes or no? And what do we get here? This is 5 by 13. In the denominator, there is only single power of 13, 13 to the power 1. Do we have any such respective 13 to the power 1 here in the second equation on the right hand side? See, when you subtract two equations, left hand side is subtracted with left hand side, right hand side is subtracted with right hand side. In the left hand side, we got this. In the right hand side, we do not have any term from which, you know, we can subtract 5 by 13. 5 by 13 cannot subtract any term here. So, it will be taken like that only, 5 by 13. Okay. This is 5. Do not confuse, not get yourself confused between 5 and S. Okay. This is 5. So, 5 by 13. We see that 55 by 13 square and 5 by 13 square. From 55 by 13 square, we can subtract 5 by 13 square. So, I mean the denominator is same, 13 square. So, numerators will be subtracted. 55 minus 5 is 50. 50 by 13 square. Then 555 minus 55, that means 500 by 13 cube, and so on, so on, so on. This is what we are going to get, right? I hope this is clear. Now, what do you see here? Can we take a 5 common from the numerator on the right hand side? Yes. If I take that 5 common, this will become 1 by 13, 10 by 13, 100, right? So, let me bring that 5 here, and that 5 can come here in the denominator. So, let me write 5 over here, and from here I will remove 5 and write 1, right? I hope you got this point. I just took a 5 common out of these numerators, okay? In the exam, you do not need to write each and everything again and again, okay? Try to minimize the content you write on the paper so that your speed is increased, okay? For that, you have to do something like this between steps, okay? I hope this is clear. Now, what do you see? Here we have 10 ki power 1 and here 13 square. Here we have 10 ki power 2, 13 cube. If in some way I can make this power of 10 also S2 and 13 is already 2 there, right? So, 10 to the power 2 upon 13 to the power 2, 10 to the power 3 upon 13 to the power 3. If I do something like this, I will be able to generate a common ratio across this series, yes or no? How to do that? We already have a 13 here, 13 square, 13 cube. The power of 10s above is 1, here it is 2, 100 can be written as 10 ki power 2. So, if I have to make 10 ki power 1 here, 13 ki power 1 here, 10 ki power 2 here, 13 ki power 2 here. So, that means I have to decrease these denominators, the power of denominators by 1. Can I just multiply 13, this entire equation by 13? If I multiply it by 13, I can do that, yes or no? So, instead of, you know, separately multiplying it with 13, let us do one thing. This 13, can I just throw this 13 here? Can I just throw this 13 here? Can I cross multiply it here? I can put this 13 here, and from here I will remove it. So, this is 12s by 5 here in the left hand side, and this is what I get. So, you might be thinking that I am taking a lot of time to explain the things. See, when you solve on a paper, you are silently sitting on your table, you know, you do not have to explain, you do not have to talk to anybody. So, you will always be faster, okay, while solving. I have to explain each and every step here, and that is why I am taking maybe a bit more time than I should take, okay, because I am assuming that some of you might be doing these things or would have forgotten these things, might have done them earlier, okay, like that. Okay, so once I multiply all the numerators by 13, I get 13 here, I get 13 here, I get 13 here like this, yes or no? Once this 13 is multiplied inside, 13 cancels, I get 1 here, right? From this 13 square gets cancelled, this becomes 13 to the power 1. From this 13 cube get cancelled, this becomes 13 to the power 2. What do I eventually get? I get 12s by 5, okay, and here I have 1 plus 10 by 13 plus 10 square, 100 can be written as 10 square upon 13 square. And now I know that this is going to go ahead like 10 cube upon 13 cube, 10 cube power 4 upon 13 to the power 4. So, I have brought a common ratio here, which is 10 by 13, 10 by 13, 10 by 13, and this is an infinite series. When you have an infinite series, the ratio is less than 1, obviously the ratio here is 10 by 13, 10 by 13 is less than 1. The sum of infinite series is a upon 1 minus r. So, what will be the answer? 12s by 5, 12s by 5, okay, will be written as a. What is the first term? The first term of the series is 1. A is 1 upon 1 minus common ratio is 10 by 13, 10 by 13. So, 12s by 5, that should be equal to, I get 1 here, here if I take LCM in the denominator, 13 minus 10 is 13 upon 3 upon 13, right. When you have a fraction in the denominator, the denominator of the denominator, that means this 13 gets multiplied with the numerator, always remember it, okay. So, 12s by 5, this will become 13 by 3. You had to find out s, because earlier you assumed that the entire series that I am given, its sum is s. So, I will just take s from here. What will be s? This 5 will be multiplied here, 12 will be multiplied here, 13 5 is 65 upon 12 into 3, 36. That is your sum, that is your answer, 65 by 36, okay. I hope this is clear. Similar method is used in all such sum questions when you have to find out the sum of infinite series. If you still have a doubt, you can comment. Let us come to another question, 10th one. Find the largest positive integer a for which a cube plus 2006 is divisible by a plus 26. These are the options, okay. See, we have to divide a cube plus 2006 by a plus 26. We have to find out the largest value of a which can divide it. Fine. This is a cube, this is a. Always remember, we study this in number system that whenever you have something of this form, x ki power n plus a ki power n, okay, x ki power n plus a ki power n is divisible by x plus a when n is odd. Do remember this. As I said, I will be telling you a lot of rules, lot of shortcuts, okay. You can check it out. I mean, if you want explanation to this, you can always check it out, okay. X ki power n plus a ki power n is divisible by x plus a when n is odd. You can divide x cube plus a cube by x plus a. You already know it. I mean, you know the formula of x cube plus 1, isn't it? X cube plus 1 can be written as x cube plus 1 cube. This is definitely divisible by x plus 1. Why? Because the formula of x cube plus 1 is a plus b, this is a cube plus b cube. So, a plus b, a square minus ab plus b square. I hope you remember the formula. Do remember all the identities, okay. There are a lot of questions where identities are used. So, I can say that yes, this is also a cube plus 2006 divided by a plus 26. So, can I say that a cube plus 26 cube, what am I doing? I have to find out the biggest value of positive integer a, I mean biggest positive value of a should be an integer for which this is divisible by this. I know a rule that if a cube plus 26 cube would have been there, if a cube plus 26 cube would have been there in the numerator, it would have surely been divisible by a plus 26. But do we have it? No, we had just 2006 in the numerator. So I cannot change the numerator, right? I have done something, I know a result that this will always be divisible by this, because x ki power n plus a ki power n is divisible by x plus a when n is odd. Yes, the power is odd. But my denominator is same, but numerator I have changed. So I have to bring the numerator in its original form. So a cube is fine, but here this has become 26 cube, this is 2006. From 26 cube is a big number, yes or no? So 26 cube, from 26 cube I have to deduct something which makes the entire value of the number here as 2006. So 26 cube, you can use your calculators here, okay, you can use your calculators. These are the points where you have to use the on-screen calculator in Indore, okay. Only in IPMAT Indore you will be having the calculator, Rohtak jipmat you do not have a calculator, okay. So at least if it comes in say Rohtak exam, then you don't have a calculator, you have to remember the squares, yes or no. 26 square is what? 676. So you can quickly multiply this with 6, yes or no. So this will be 6, 3, 5, 4, 40 and then 2, 5, 13, right. 6, 7, 5, 1, 7, 1, 7, 5, 7, 6. So that means a cube plus this is 17576, this 26 cube is this. From 26 cube I will have to deduct something so that I get 2006. So from this what should I deduct so that I get 2006? It will be 0, 7, 5, 15, 15, 5, 7, 0. So 26 cube minus 15, 5, 7, 0 upon a plus 26. Now I have done something when I can say that this numerator is equal to this numerator, this denominator is equal to this denominator. So the question is in original form, yes or no. I now know that I have these two parts in the numerator, this one in the denominator. I know that this denominator is going to divide this for sure. So this is divisible. I mean, if this is divisible, there will be some integer value, right? When this is divided by a plus 26, then there will be an integer value, because x ki power n plus a ki power n is divisible by x plus a when n is odd. Now I have to find out some value of a which can divide the other number as well, and then only the complete numerator will be divisible by a plus 26. So I only have to care about 15570 and it should be divisible by a plus 26. What is the biggest value of a you can put here so that it can divide it? You just have to divide it. You will try to maximize the value of a in a way such that it divides the numerator, right? Because if you minimize the numerator, then value of a will decrease, right? So what will you do? You will try to make the divisor same as the dividend. You will try to make the numerator same as denominator. So that means what should be the value of a to become 15570? If you have to make the value of a plus 26 equal to 15570, a plus 26 should be 15570, that means a should be equal to 15570 minus 26 is 44. This should be the biggest value of a, which is option C, and in that case this a plus 26 divides the other expression that we were given. I hope this is clear. This is a very good question, okay. Let's talk about this one. Let k be a real number if a equal to 2018 k plus 3125, b equal to 2018 k plus 3126 and c is equal to 2018 k plus 3127. Find the value of a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus c. Okay. So what do you see here? You see that k is a real number and a is 2018 k plus this, b is 2018 k plus this, c is 2018 k plus this. So 2018 k is there in all three variables, right? In a as well, b as well, c as well. This is 3125, this is one more 3126 and this is two more 3127. Can you say that if you take this expression as x, so can you say that a will be x, b will be what? In that case b will be one more than x, because in 2018 k plus 3125 if you add 1 it becomes 2018 k plus 3126. So b will be x plus 1, c will be x plus 2, right? I have got the value of a, b, c. This has brought down, you know, this, I mean, this looks very complex, isn't it? We cannot read this much in the question, we have to write so much, so shorten this down, okay. We have to find out the value of a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus c. There are two ways of doing this, okay. How? You know that this particular expression is visible in one formula, that is a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc, which is equal to a plus b plus c into a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus c, isn't it? This is the formula that we have. What do you need? You need this. Yes or no? You need this. So basically you have to bring a, b, c below this. So value of this will be a cube plus b cube plus c cube minus 3abc upon a plus b plus c. Now in the place of a cube, I mean a, you can put x, in place of b you can put x plus 1, in place of c you can put x plus 2, 3abc x into x plus 1 x plus 2 and divided by a plus b plus c. But that is going to make things very complex, isn't it? So whenever value of such kind of expression is asked, in that way, in that case you can do one more thing. See, this a square and there is ab for it, b square and bc for it, c square and then ac for it. Can I write, because there is a square and ab there, can I write it as a minus b square first? I will generate an a square and a b square as well. Yes or no? Then can I write b minus c square, because there is bc, so b minus c square. Then there is an ac, negative ka ac, so c minus a square. But what will I get here when I solve this expression? I will get a square plus a square, 2a square, b square plus b square, 2b square, c square plus c square, 2c square, then minus 2ab, minus 2bc, minus 2ca. So I am just getting the double of what I need. Yes or no? If I solve this, this is going to become 2 times a square plus b square plus c square minus ab minus bc minus ca, right? You need this. If you need this, you can bring this 2 in the denominator here, right? Now you can easily find out the value of a minus b square, b minus c square, c minus a square divided by 2, you will be getting the value. Let's find out the value of a minus b. A minus b, that means the difference between these two. So x minus 1, that is minus 1 ka square. What will the value of b minus c? B minus c again have a difference of 1, x plus 1 minus x plus 2, that will give you minus 1 again square, plus c minus a. C minus a have a difference of 2, x minus 2, x plus 2, that will give me minus 2 ka square. So a minus b square is this, b minus c square is this, c minus a square is this. I will divide this thing by 2. What do I get? 1 plus 1 plus 4 divided by 2, that gives me 6 divided by 2, that gives me 3 as my answer. So whether you solve this way, this is going to be slightly complex, but if you solve this way, your answer comes quickly. So answer will be 3. I hope this is clear. This is also a very good question. Okay, identity based question. Okay, let's talk about the next one. The lengths of 3 sides of a triangle are 10, 13, 16 centimeter. If each side of the triangle is increased by 30%, then what is the percentage increase in the product of circumradius and inradius of the triangle? You know about the circumradius and inradius, right? Circum means which is around the triangle, the circle which is around the triangle, the circle that goes through all the 3 vertices of the triangle. So if you have a triangle like this and if you make a circle like this which touches, I mean the triangle, if there is a triangle and there is a circle which passes through all the vertices of the given triangle, this is circum. Okay. This circle is called circumcircle, the center of this circle is called circumcenter, and the radius of this circle is called circumradius. I hope you all know this. And what is inradius? Whenever you have a triangle and inside the triangle you make a circle which touches all 3 sides of the circle, such a circle is called incircle, its radius is called inradius, its center is called incenter. Okay, so this is inradius. Inradius is usually denoted by small r, circumradius because it is larger, it is denoted by capital R. Okay, I hope you know the formula. If you have 3 sides of a triangle, say A, B, C, then in that case circumradius is always the product of all the sides ABC. ABC are the sides of the triangle upon 4 into area of the triangle. And what is the formula for inradius? It is area upon semi-perimeter. S is semi-perimeter. What is semi-perimeter? Semi-perimeter is half the perimeter, that means A plus C by 2, A plus B plus C by 2. This S you usually use in Heron's formula while finding out the area of the triangle. You have to find out ki, okay, these are the sides and each side of the triangle is increased by 30%. What is the percentage increase in the product of circumradius and inradius? You have to find out the product of circumradius and inradius. Circumradius is ABC upon 4 into area, inradius is area upon S. Area cancels, what do you get? A, B, C by 4 into S. Okay. ABC are given 10, 13, 16. Can you say that this is 10, 13, 16 upon 4 into S? What is S? 10, 16 is 26, 26 plus 13 is 39. So, 39 is the sum of all three sides divided by 2. So, 39, and when you divide 39 by 2, there will be a denominator in the denominator. I just told you that if you have a denominator of the denominator, okay, that gets multiplied here. So, denominator, I mean 2 will be multiplied above, okay. This is what you get for the value of product of R and R when you have the given sides. But then what is happening now? Every side is getting increased by 30%, okay. If every side gets increased by 30%, what happens? You all know that if you have, I mean this is just a concept of percentage, if you have some number x and you have to increase it by say 30%, you have to increase something by 30%, you multiply it with 1.3, yes or no? Those students who are studying in the iQuanta classes, we told you this multiplying factor method, other students might have gone through it as well, okay. So, whenever you increase some quantity say x by 30%, so increasing something by 30%, that means in that particular number x, you are going to add 30%, this is 30% of the same number. So, 30 upon 100 basically gives you 0.3, so x plus 0.3x. Now, if you take x common, you get 1 plus 0.3 and ultimately it becomes 1.3x. So, this is how you can increase a number x by 30% and directly write its increased value. So, can you say that this a will become 1.3a because this side is 10, if you increase it by 30%, it will become 10 into 1.3, that means 13. So, instead of writing the calculated values, just do one thing. You know that this is first calculation, that means without increased values, okay. The second calculation that you are going to do, in that also the product of in radius circumradius will be the same, but what is going to happen? In that case, this 10 is going to increase by 1.3, so write 10 into 1.3 because we have to increase each side by 30%. 13 will be increased by 13%, so 13 into 1.3. 16 also third side will be increased by 30%, so 16 into 1.3, okay. ABC, these are product of the sides, right, upon 4 into semi-perimeter, 4 into semi-perimeter. What is the semi-perimeter now? See, the first side becomes 10 into 1.3, second side becomes 13 into 1.3, third side becomes 16 into 1.3. These are the sides now, a plus b plus c, this is the perimeter of the increased sides divided by 2. Can you take 1.3 common here? Yes, 1.3 common, it again gives you 10 plus 13 plus 16 by 2. So, that basically gives you 1.3 into 39 by 2. This semi-perimeter will be 1.3 times 39 by 2, that denominator 2 will be multiplied here. This is increased value, this is earlier value without increase, yes. So, what do you see here? 10 is here, 13 is here, 16 is here, 2 is here, 10 is here, 13 here, 16 here, 2 here, 4 here, 39 here, 4 here, 39 here. So, what is the ultimate change that you are getting? Everything is same, just this 1.3 will cancel 1.3. So, there will be an ultimate change of 1.3 into 1.3 here. That means, if this entire quantity is say it is x, if this entire quantity is x, can I say that I can write 10, 13, 16, 2 upon 4 into 39, 10, 13, 16, 2 upon 4 into 39 can be written as x, 1.3 cancels 1.3. So, what is the extra that you notice here in this one increased part? 1.3 to 1.3, that becomes 1.69. So, earlier the value was x, now the increased value is 1.69x. If some quantity was x earlier and now it has become 1.69x now, what is the percentage increase? It is 69%. 69% will be the answer. And this is why you can do a lot of things in questions without calculation, okay. We did not have to actually do any calculation. I hope this is clear. Good. Let's go to the next question now, okay. This is in how many ways 35 identical balls can be distributed among 3 children such that each child gets an odd number of balls. So, see, what are we doing? We are distributing 35 identical balls. Identical balls means same balls, right? Identical means same among 3 children such that each child gets an odd number of balls. Okay, let me say that the first child is getting 2x minus 1 balls, okay. The second child will get 2y minus 1, third child will get 2z minus 1 balls. Why am I taking 2x minus 1? Because this first child and he should get odd number of balls. Every odd number should be written as either 2x plus 1 or 2x minus 1. For now I am taking 2x minus 1, I will explain why, and I will explain with 2x plus 1 as well, okay. This second child will get odd number of balls, third also odd number of balls, and the total number of balls all three have should become equal to 30, okay, 5. Okay, this is 35. So what do you get? 2x, just a second, 2x plus 2y plus 2z, or you can say 2 times x plus y plus z. This is how you can reduce your the stuff that you write on the rough sheet, okay. You will be getting a rough sheet in the exam definitely, but if you do some calculations in your brain, some steps in your brain, you can write less and that will increase your speed, okay. A lot of time is spent in writing actually. So 2 times x plus y plus z, and then minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 is minus 3, minus 3 goes that side, becomes plus 3, 35 plus 3 is 38. What do I get? X plus y plus z equals to 19. X, y, z equals to 19. Now see what x, y, z are here. What values can x, y, z take? Can a child get minus 1 number of balls? No, right? A child cannot get minus 1 balls because you cannot say I have minus 1 balls, isn't it? So this x should be what? What can be the value of x that you can give here? See, this is the number of balls that the first child is getting. When will this become less than 0? If you put x equal to 0 here, if you put x equal to 0, this becomes minus 1. If you put y equal to 0, this becomes minus 1. If you put z equal to 0, this becomes minus 1. So we cannot put value of x, y, z equal to 0, because if you put x, y, z equal to 0, each child will be getting minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 balls, and that is wrong, because a child cannot get minus 1 balls. Can x, y, z take value 1, at least 1? Can they take 1? Can I put 1 as the value of x, y, z? Yes. If you put x equal to 1 here, this is 1, this is 1, this one. Now the child is getting positive number of balls. Yes or no? So that means this equation that I have got, x plus y plus z equals to 19, x should be greater than or equal to 1, y should be greater than or equal to 1, z should be greater than or equal to 1. Generally, whenever you have some PNC questions and such an equation comes up in front of you where you can only give value 1 or more to the variables, such situations are called positive integral solutions, okay. I am talking about positive integral solutions. What does this mean? Positive means positive values, integral means integer values, and solutions, that means which should satisfy the given equation. So that means if I can only give value for x, y, z greater than or equal to 1, I cannot take them 0 or less than that. So that means I have to find out positive integer solution. What is the least positive integer? 1 only. So least positive integer solutions for any equation which is of this form, x plus y plus z and till r terms. So here these are terms, okay, x is a term, y is a term, z is a term, and their sum is given equal to n. If there is an equation like this where x plus y plus z till r terms are there and their sum is equal to n, and you have to write down their positive integral solutions, the number of solutions is n minus 1 c r minus 1, okay, n minus 1 c r minus 1. So what is n here? N is 19. What is r here? There are 3 terms, x, y, z 3. So simply put, the number of solutions will be n minus 1 c r minus 1, okay. That gives you 18c2, and whatever comes the value of 18c2. What is 18c2? 18c2 is, whenever you have nc2, nc2 always has value n into n minus 1 by 2, okay. So what is n? 18, 18 into 18 minus 1 by 2, that gives you 17 into 9, that is 153. There can be 153 ways in which you can distribute these identical balls among these kids. I hope this is clear. What could have been the other way? What could have been the other way? Suppose you guys can also say that odd numbers can also take form of 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1 numbers are also odd. Okay, fine, let's take it 2x plus 1, 2y plus 1, 2z plus 1, and the sum again should be 35 obviously. Now that you have taken this case, okay, this is the second way in which I am solving the question. You have to see that 2x plus 2y plus 2z, that means 2 times x plus y plus z, 2 times x plus y plus z. Here we will have 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3, 3 goes that side, 35 minus 3 is 32. What do you eventually get? You get x plus y plus z equal to 16. But now what value can you give to x, y, z? Can you give value x equal to 0 to this x? Because the minimum integer that you can give, value that you can give to x, right? It should be 1, because see, x, y, z are ultimately going to the number of balls that the students are getting, right? So, can they get x equal to, I mean, can x become 0? Can x become 0? Yes, because if you put x equal to 0, this number becomes 2 into 0 plus 1, that is 1. Yes, the child can get 1 ball. Yes or no? Right? And 1 is odd number of ball, correct? Can you give y equal to 0? Yes, because 2 into 0 plus 1 will become 1, 2 into 0 plus 1 will become 1. But you cannot give x equal to negative value, you cannot give negative values to x, okay. So, that means the question is saying that for this equation that I have got, when you took odd numbers in this format, the minimum value that x can take, it can be 0 as well. So, 0 is a whole number. So, in such cases when you have to find out non-negative integral solution, we can also call it non-negative integral solutions, okay, because 0 is a non-negative number, okay. So, what is the total number of non-negative integral solutions, and why are we taking non-negative integral solutions? Because this equation allows us to put x equal to 0, y equal to 0, z equal to 0 as well. So, what is the total number of non-negative integral solutions? Let me write it over here, non-negative integral solutions, that is equal to n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. So, that means when 0 is included, you will use this to find out the total number of solution. When only 1 or more, I mean the minimum value that the variables can take will be 1 or more, then in that case you have to take positive integral solution, because in 0 is not counted in positive. That is the reason here the formula is n minus 1 c r minus 1, here it is n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. What is n here? In this case n is 16. So, let me write down here, okay, n plus r. What is r? R is number of terms, 1, 2, 3, x, y, z, there are 3 terms, n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1. This again comes 19, 19 minus 1, 18, 18 c2, which is same as this 18 c2, this 18 c2, 18 c2, you will again get the same answer, but there are two different ways of solving it. Just in case if you are a student who goes ahead with 2x plus 1, because these are the odd number of balls you can give to the students, you just have to check what minimum values you can give to x, y, z, okay. I hope this question is clear. 153 will be the answer. Let us come to this question now, okay. What is this? The figure shows 10 points, 3 of the points are chosen at random to form a triangle. How many different triangles can be constructed? This is the figure that you have, I hope it is visible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 red dots, okay. The figure shows 10 points, 3 of the points are chosen at random. Any 3 points are chosen at random to form a triangle. How many different triangles can be constructed? Okay. See, some points in this given figure are in a line, in a straight line. Such points are called collinear points. When multiple points lie in a single straight line, they are called collinear points. But some of the points are non-collinear, they are on this curve, this circular, you can say the circular part, okay. So, how many points are there on the circular part? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And how many points are there on the straight line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 collinear points and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 non-collinear points. I mean, you can say that these are non-collinear, right, from here to here. Now, the thing is, if you choose any 3 collinear points by mistake, 1, 2, say 3, do you think that they will form a triangle? No. So, collinear points never form a triangle if they are chosen. If you take, say, these 3 points, say this point, say this point and this point, these 3 green ones, will they ever form a triangle? No. But suppose I change the color here to purple and I say that if I choose this point this point and say this point. Will they form a triangle? Yes. Connect them, you will be able to see a triangle. Yes or no? So always remember, whenever you have such questions where you are given a couple of non-collinear points, couple of collinear points, in that case what you have to do is, from total selections possible, or you can say total number of ways, you always have to deduct collinear cases. To form a triangle, we need 3 points. How many points did we have in total? We had 10 points. So total selections possible. To make a triangle, we need just 3 points, not 4. Okay. If you choose 4 points, that won't become a triangle. Exactly 3 have to be chosen. So out of 10, if I choose 3, that means I have chosen 3 points, right? And triangle should be formed. But what is the guarantee that, I mean, these are total number of ways in which 3 points can be selected out of 10. What is the guarantee that in all these points, all these cases that you have taken will form a triangle? They will also include cases when 3 collinear points are there. So those have to be removed. We don't want those collinear points because they will not form a triangle and my answer will be wrong. So in that case, what you have to do is, from the total number of ways possible, you have to deduct collinear cases. How many collinear points did you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points lied in a straight line. From collinear, if you use collinear points, total 5 collinear points, to form a triangle, you have to choose 3 points. So total number of ways possible are 5C3, and these will give me all those cases in which I can choose any 3 points out of these 5 collinear. So total number of selections में से आपने क्या किया? You reduced the total number of collinear points that can be chosen because they will not form a triangle. We don't want these, and whatever comes out, that's your answer. I hope that is clear. You can solve and find out the answer. Okay. I hope this is clear. Okay. What will be the value? I mean, this is 10C3, 10, 9, 8, 7 factorial will be cancelled, 10, 9, 8 upon 6, 72, 6, 12, 120, 120 minus, this is 5, 4 upon 5C3. So 5 into 4 upon 2, that means 10, 120 minus 10, that is 110, right? That's your answer. Okay. I hope this is also clear. 15th question. In a 10-kilometer race, ABC each running at uniform speed get the gold, silver and bronze medals respectively. If A beats B by 1 kilometer and B beats C by 1 kilometer, then by how many meters does A beat C? Okay, there's a 10-kilometer race. 10-kilometer race. Always remember, whenever there's a race and something like this is written, that A beats B by 1 kilometer, what does that mean? When do you beat somebody in a race? Suppose you start from here and you finish here. Okay. Suppose me and you are running. When will I beat you? When I reach finish and you are not able to reach the finish, you are somewhere here in between. That means I have beaten you, right? So that simply means if A is beating by 1 kilometer, that means A has already completed the race, right? But B is short by 1 kilometer. That means suppose I am beating, A is beating B by 1 kilometer, that means A will beat, that means A has reached here while B will be 1 kilometer behind. This is what it means, that A beats B by 1 kilometer. Now see, the race definitely starts at the same time. I mean, A and B both will start running together because then it's not a race, right? Sometimes in these questions, race question, it happens that you let the other person, start a bit earlier, but this is not the case, okay? Until unless it is not mentioned explicitly, you will assume that both of them started at the same time. So A, B both started running, and the moment A reached here, because B was slow, he could only reach here. That means in the same time when A reached here, B will be here. Yes or no? In the same time when A reached the finish, that means A did 10 kilometers, B did only how many kilometers? B is short of this entire race by 1 kilometer, that means this distance is 9 kilometers. So in the same time that A could run 10 kilometers, B could run only 9 kilometers. Can I say that 10 is the distance covered by A? Distance is equal to speed, so speed of A into time will be T taken by A. Yes or no? Let us say that T is the time taken by A. B will be running with its own speed SB. SB is the speed of B. In the same time B is reaching here, the same time A is reaching here. So can I say that time to complete 9 kilometers by B is also T. Yes. Now can I just divide both, right? So what did I get? SA upon SB equals to 10 by 9. I hope this is clear. And I was given that in a race ABC, they run at uniform speed. Uniform speed, that means that speed is not changing in between, okay. Get the gold, silver, bronze. So A is the winner of the race, B is getting silver medal and bronze medal, I mean C, okay. And B beat C by 1 kilometer. What does this mean now? That means B beat C. Always remember, beating means that the other person has reached. So this is 10 kilometer race, B has beaten C. That means in the time when B reached here, C was short by 1 kilometer. This entire race is of 10 kilometer, then C is here, so that means this is 9 kilometer. Can I again say that in the same time when BC started, B could reach the finish while C short by 1 kilometer. So distance is 10 covered by B, speed of B into time taken by B will be T, and in that same time at C speed, C could travel how much? Just 9. So if I divide both, T cancels. Can I say that SB upon SC is again 10:9, 10:9. I have two relations, SA upon SB 10:9, SB upon SC 10:9. So can I find out the ratio of SA, SB, SC? Yes. And I have to find out because I have been asked by how many meters does A beat C. So what do you see here? Speed of A is 10, B is 9 here, while the ratio of B holds value 10 here. So B का जो ratio है, that is SB, that is common in both. SB is here as well, SB is here as well. But SB की value is 9 here, here it is 10. To make the value of SB same in both, if you have to find out SA ratio, SB ratio, SC, that means you have to combine all three ratios, you have to make the value of the connecting ratio same. That means the common ratio same. What is the common ratio? B is here as well, here as well. Here it is 10, here it is 9. Take the LCM of 10 and 9, or you just multiply 10 and 9. What do you get? 90. So, or you can say that if you have to make SB 90, you will multiply this 10 by 9. So, if you multiply the numerator by 9, denominator should also be multiplied with 9. So, multiply both by 9 because you have to make SB as 90 in both the equations. So, 10 into 9, 90 and 9 9 81. Okay. And here what do you get? Here also you have to make B 90. So, if you multiply denominator by 10 to make it 90, you have to multiply the numerator by 10 as well. So, what do you get? 100 by 90. SA upon SB is 100 by 90. SB upon SC is 90 by 81. Can you write SA ratio SB as SA is 100 now, SB is 90 and SC is 81. These are the ratio of their speeds. Okay. Okay, fine. That means if I say that A is completing the race, then B will be at 90. That means this is the ratio of speed. Because all of them are running the race together, starting the race together, they all will run for T time, okay. So that means in T time, A will reach here, B will reach here, C will reach here, okay. You have to make, I mean SA into T will be the distance, SB into T will be distance, SC into T will be the distance. We need to find out by how many meters does A beat C. We are clearly able to see that if you have to make SA into T as 10, because the race is of 10 kilometers. So to make this 10, you can divide it by 10. If you are dividing it by 10, divide all ratios by 10, you will get 10 ratio 9 ratio 8.1. This is kilometer because the race I assumed is of 10 kilometer. Assume that it was given in the question. So A is here, A has run 10 kilometers, he has finished the race, B is 1 kilometer short and C is here. And yes, it satisfies all the clues given. In the race, A was beating B by 1 kilometer, yes, 10 kilometer, 9 kilometer, difference of 1 kilometer. And when B will reach the finish, it will defeat C by 1 kilometer. So I see that when A has run 10 kilometers, C has run only 8.1 kilometers. So what is the difference between 10 and 8.1? That is 1.9 kilometers. But you have to enter your answer in meters. So 1.9 kilometer is 1900 meters, and that's your answer. Okay. So these are easy questions. It's a past CAT question. I brought it here because such questions can definitely come in IPMAT. Okay. Just few more questions and we'll finish. I could not post a video the day yesterday and before that as well. So, I am doing more questions today. Okay. Rahul sells 2 tables at the same price, that means SP is same. The first table is marked rupees 300 above the cost price and is sold at a discount of 20% on it. You know that discount is given on MP, mark price. Okay. The second table is marked 50% above the cost price and he sold it at a discount of rupees 30. Find the total profit percent. I hope you know the relation between SP, CP, MP, discount, everything. See, CP is the price at which I buy the article. Okay. Then I increase the CP by a bit to make it SP. This is the price at which I decide to sell the article. But you would have seen in shops that sometimes the MRP written on, suppose I want to buy a t-shirt, MRP written is 1000 and then I negotiate with the shopkeeper to give me a discount. So, he lowers down a bit of that MRP, suppose 1000 was the MRP and he gave me the t-shirt at 900. So, what was that 100? It was the discount given. So, on which value do you provide the discount? On MP or MRP. So, in a question if MP is given, MRP is given or marked price is written, all of them are same. Okay, MP, mark price, MRP, all are same. Okay. So, when you give some discount, okay, on MP, from MP if you deduct the value of discount, now suppose the t-shirt was 1000, he gave me a, this is just an example, for example, okay, not related to this question, I am just making you understand the concept. He gave me a discount of 100, so MP will be 1000, discount will be 100, I will be given the t-shirt at 900. So, what will this be? So, when you give discount on MP, it becomes SP. Understood? Now, what is mark price? What happens? Suppose I go to a factory and I buy a lot of t-shirts, 100 t-shirts. Okay. So, I went to a factory, I got 100 t-shirts. This is just an example. I would have paid some price, CP, for each t-shirt, yes or no? So, suppose I paid 10 rupees for each t-shirt, my total kharcha CP was 100 into 10, that means 1000 rupees. If I sell this article that I have brought at the same price 1000, will I make any profit? No. So, what will happen? I will not sell it at 10 rupees per t-shirt, okay? I will make it 15 rupees per t-shirt. So, what is that 15? I increase the CP by a bit, because I already know that when if I put the t-shirt with 15 rupees, okay, somebody will come and say that give me a discount. So, I already have this in mind that the customer is definitely going to ask me for some discount. So, generally shopkeepers, they increase the CP by a certain amount and that increased amount makes the CP equal to MP. So, whenever you add some price on CP, it is called markup and that makes MP or MRP. This is deliberately done because the shopkeeper knows that somebody will come and ask for discount. So, then the shopkeeper will give some discount on MP and still he will make profit. So, suppose I sell each t-shirt for 15 rupees, okay. So, what will be my total SP? Suppose I put the MP equal to 16, okay. Somebody came and said that don't give it to me for 16, give it to me for 15. I said okay, yes, take it for 15. I said that because I already knew it and I gave some discount on MP. I gave a discount of rupees 1 on MP and it gave me the SP. So, I sold every t-shirt 100 t-shirts for 15 rupees, 15 into 100 will be 1500. Don't you see I made a clear what? Clear profit. Profit is SP minus CP, okay. So, I hope you understood the entire relation between SP CP markup. I go to a factory, I get some t-shirts for CP, I know that customers are going to ask me for a lot of discount, so I mark it up. So, when CP is increased, it becomes MRP. On MP you give some discount, it becomes SP. And when you see that okay, SP is more than CP, you make a profit, when SP is less than CP, you make a loss, okay. Now, Rahul sells 2 tables at the same price. So, this is SP1. These are 2 tables. So, let me say that SP1, SP2 are their selling prices, they are same actually, okay. The first table is marked 300 above the cost price. So, see, there would have been some CP of the first table, say it is A, okay. There would have some CP of the second table, say it is B. So, read the question. First table is marked 300 above the cost price and sold at a discount of 20%. The second table is marked 50% over the cost price and he sold it at a discount of rupees 30. Find the total profit percent. So we have not been given the CP, okay, clearly. So let me say that CP of first table is A, CP of second table is B. I know that CP will be increased. The first table is marked up by 300 rupees. So the mark price of first table will be A plus 300. I hope this is clear. Okay. And sold at a discount of 20% on it. On this MP, if you give a discount of 20%, that means if you reduce it by 20%, when you reduce some quantity by 20%, you multiply it with 0.8, okay. So that will give me the SP. So when you reduce this MP by 20%, you multiply MP by 0.8. I hope you know this. We do this in percentages, okay, multiplying factor. Suppose there is a quantity X and you have to reduce it, that means deduct it by 20%. So you will, from X you will deduct 20% of X. This becomes what? 0.2. So X minus 0.2X becomes what? 0.8X. So that is why I am writing 0.8 times that value. When some quantity X is decreased by 20%, it becomes 0.8X. You have to practice a couple of multiplying factors to understand, okay. It is not very difficult. So SP of the first table is this. What do you see here? You see here that this is 0.8A plus 300 into 0.8 will be 240. There is some decimal thing over here. To get rid of decimals in your calculations, because everybody hates decimals, I personally hate decimals a lot. So I will do one thing to get rid of decimals. Let me take them as 100A and 100B, okay. Let me take this as 100A, this as 100B. How will you get rid of decimals now? See, if you put MP1 as 100A, okay, let me write this again, MP1 is 100A plus 300, okay. So MP1 is 100 ACP plus markup price, that is 300. So SP1 will be 0.8 times 100A plus 300 now, okay. So 100A plus 300, 0.8 times 100A plus 300. What will you get? You will get 80A plus 240. That is SP1. Because I was told that SP1 and SP2 are same, SP2 will also be equal to this only. But fine, let us work on the second table as well. Second table is marked 50% above the cost price. So that means you are increasing the CP by 50%. If you increase something by 50%, you have to multiply it with 1.5. So that means what will be the mark price of second table? It will be 1.5 times the CP, because when you increase CP by a certain amount, that is called markup, and when you increase CP by that markup, that final price becomes mark price. So 1.5 times 100B, that becomes 150B. 150B is the mark price of the second table. Now what is happening? Selling at a discount of 30 rupees. On second table, if you give discount on MP, you get SP. So that is why if I reduce this 150B, the mark price by 30 rupees, I will be getting SP2. I was given that SP1, SP2 are same. These two have to be equal. So let us equate them. 80A plus 240 should be equal to 150B minus 30. 0, 0, 0, 0 is there in all the equations. I will get 8A plus 24 is equal to 15B minus 3. Now see, you have got this equation. What is it asking? Find the total profit percent. See, 8A plus 24 equal to 5B minus 3. Are the values of A and B fixed? I mean, A and B are simple variables, yes or no? So can I find just a set of values of A and B that satisfy this equation? So say I put B equals to 1 over here, okay, or let me say that 8A minus 15B, 8A equals to 15B, or let me just bring this minus 3 here, 27. 27 plus 8A equals to 15B. Can I find out some value of A and B that satisfy this equation? If I put B equals to 1, this is going to become 15 here. Can I make this 15 left hand side for any positive value of A? No. If B is 2, 30 here, can I make this 30 for any value of A? No. If I put 3 here, this becomes 45. Can I make this 45 for some value? No. If this becomes 4, 60, can it become 60? No. 5, 75. For B equals to 5, this becomes 75. Can this become 75? Yes. If A is 6, this becomes 48 plus 27, 75. That means for A equal to 6, B equal to 5, left hand side, right hand side are equal. So I can say that value of A and B can be 6 and 5. So I have been asked the total profit percent. So what will be SP1? SP1 will be 80 into 6 plus 240, 80 into 6, 40, 480, 480 plus 240 is 720. SP2 will be 150 into B is 5, 150 into 5, 750, 750 minus 30, 720. I have got the total SP. Let me find out the total CP as well. CP of first table will be 100 into A, 100 into 6, that means 600. CP of second table will be 100 into B, that means 100 into 5, that is 500. I have got the total SP, total CP. When I sell these tables together, the total SP generated will be 720, 720, 1440. The total CP generated will be 600 plus 500, that means 1100. I can easily find out the profit percent. Obviously, we have a profit here because SP is more than CP. So, profit percent is SP minus CP, that means 340 upon CP into 100. So, this goes, this goes, this goes, this goes. We get 340 by 11, that becomes 11 3 ja 33, 10. 30.9 approx, something like this. That's your total profit percentage. I hope you got it. I hope you got it. This was a very good question. Okay. I'll give you a couple of questions for homework. This is your homework, this is your homework, and this is your homework. Give it a try. We'll solve them tomorrow. Okay. I'll come up with more questions. We'll solve more questions so that we can finish with more questions by the time exam arrives. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope you like this session. Do comment your feedback. If you want me to make any change, you want me to include questions of any particular topic that you are facing difficulties in, I'll definitely do that. Okay. Thank you so much.